Hey everyone, welcome to our webinar today on Advanced Law of Attraction, where you're going to learn about how to attract your goals with 10 times more speed by not using only basic law of attraction, but actually advanced law of attraction, and what is the difference between basic and advanced law of attraction. But before we do that, is my voice loud and clear to all of you? Quickly give me a yes in the chat window, those of you who are attending today from Zoom. Those of you who are in YouTube Live right now, quickly type in yes in the chat window if you're able to hear me loud and clear. Okay, that's awesome. I'm now going to play a small video for you, which is an introduction for those people who are meeting me for the very first time. Immediately after this video plays, just give me both, write both in the chat window if the video and the audio both are clear after I play the video. It is just a 3-minute video for an introduction for those people who are meeting me for the first time. Immediately after that video is over, I'm going to come in live and we are going to learn about what is advanced law of attraction and how can you attract your goals at 10 times more speed. Here we go. Let's begin with the introduction.
Ready? Let's go. Step into the magical world of Law of Attraction with Indu and Mitesh Khatri. They are masters with over 18 years of experience, authors of 2 best-selling books, Law of Attraction and Awaken the Leader in You, trained over 300 organizations worldwide, and have a lasting impact on over 1 million people across the globe.
It's life-changing.
Amazing, awesome.
I've become more positive.
I've never been happier in life.
Stress, tension, they are scared to come to me.
Paisa vasool, I like that.
Full on masti.
Indu and Mitesh are here to make a remarkable change in your health, relationships, career, money and spiritual lives.
The growth has been phenomenal, I would say. Knowing from where I was and what has happened in the last 1 year, I would say it's phenomenal.
Today the dam is open and the miracles are happening every moment.
My entire outlook has changed. I was never so elated, I was never so happy.
I've been able to be a go-getter and really create results. So certain objectives that we had at the beginning of the year, which many people thought would be a challenge, I was able to accomplish them in 6 months.
So what are you waiting for? Join the magical world of Law of Attraction today and transform your lives now like you never thought possible. Give it up for Indu and Mitesh Khatri.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to today's masterclass on Advanced Law of Attraction, where you're going to learn the difference between basic law of attraction and advanced law of attraction. Type in yes in the chat window if you are ready, because I am definitely ready. Those of you who don't know me, I hope you've seen the introduction already in the video. My name is Mitesh Khatri. I'm a law of attraction coach. I and my wife, Indu Khatri, we wrote this national best-selling book called The Law of Attraction. Today, you are here to attend the masterclass on the first lesson and the introduction of the complete course that we've created called Advanced Law of Attraction. This is an introduction for that today. Let's begin. Here is my promise for the day. The promise for the day is simple. Attract your goals 10 times faster with advanced law of attraction. I will give you clarity on how you can do that. How many people want to attract your goals at 10 times faster speed? Type in 10x in the chat window right now. Come on, quickly type in 10x in the chat window. Every time you write something, you're committing to the universe your frequency. So type in 10x so that you can commit that frequency to the universe. And here are 3 things that you're going to learn in today's masterclass. First thing that you're going to learn is about something called as the golden ratio of success. Everyone write this down. The golden ratio of success. The biggest mistake you need to stop because of which law of attraction is not working for you. What is that mistake? I will reveal to you in the next about 20 minutes or so. Third and the most important one is the soul purifier. Those of you who are here for the first time, be with me till the end for the third secret. The third secret is truly, truly a soul purifier. When you leave today at this webinar or at this masterclass, I promise you, when you leave, after completing the soul purifier experience, you will actually sleep one of the most peaceful sleeps of your life. And this is not a challenge. This is a promise. I'm not challenging you in a strong way. I'm just promising you in the most humble way I can, because I know this is the intention that I have. Would you like to carry this intention with me today that you will sleep one of the most peaceful sleeps that you've ever had? If yes, type in with you in the chat window. If you're with me, so that I can be successful in all these three things to deliver for you in this masterclass. So if you're ready, type in yes in the chat window, please. Great. Now, because this is an advanced law of attraction course, at the end of this course today, I will give you the final offer, the special offer for joining the actual advanced law of attraction course. Now, the real investment of this course is 1 lakh rupees. Mentally, be prepared to realize that the value of this program is even more than 1 lakh. Now, you don't necessarily have to pay 1 lakh because you will get a special offer at the end of today's masterclass. But I want you to know, only join the Advanced Law of Attraction course when I have given you 100% clarity and you are 100% convinced about these three things, and you are 100% convinced that you can achieve your goals at 10 times faster speed by attending the Advanced Law of Attraction complete course. Is it a fair deal? I will give you my best in the next 1.5 hours to give you clarity on this. I will give you clarity on this, and only when you have 100% clarity on that, then you invest in the Advanced Law of Attraction course. Type in FD, fair deal, if that's a fair deal, in the chat window quickly. Awesome. Now let's begin with learning. Where did I discover Advanced Law of Attraction? Where did I find out about it? Many, many years ago, I, as a person, was very lazy. How many of you can relate with that? If you can relate with that, type an I in the chat window. I was very lazy. I was not able to take action. I had big, big goals, big, big dreams, but I was not able to take action. And at that time, I tried multiple businesses, multiple jobs, but I kept failing. I even had 3 relationship breakups. I had a slip disc problem in that time, and I was having backache. My HRCM, all 4 areas of life, was down. Financially, I was not doing well. With all these problems going on, I remember one night I was praying to the universe, please. Now, those days I didn't use the word universe, I would use the word God. And I said, God, please show me some way to take care of my life. And I remember the next day, I was crossing through a lane in Deccan, in Pune. And in that lane, I found a beautiful book called Silva Mind Control. Everyone write down the name of this book, Silva Mind Control. And that's where I got introduced to this beautiful magic of law of attraction. And I went crazy. The more I read from that book, the more I learned that law of attraction can actually help me achieve and attract almost anything I want in my life. How many people here have already learned that much about law of attraction, that it is magical? Type in magical in the chat window if you agree this is magical. I truly realized this is the biggest magic that I have discovered in my life. So I immediately started using it. Okay. And when I started using it, the problem that I started facing was small things were working. For an example, signals were clear, road traffic was going away, I would easily find a parking. Sometimes I even got a job. But when it came to big things, it was not working for me. I'm being very honest with you. How many people have realized this, that for small things, law of attraction works easily, but for big things, sometimes it's not working for you properly? Type an I in the chat window if you are also experiencing what I experienced many years ago. So then I said, okay, let's find out, why is it not working? Why is it working sometimes? Why isn't it working sometimes? So I decided to start learning. And here is what I did. I went and found out the best law of attraction gurus in the world. And I said, let's learn from the best. Everyone write this down. Learn from the best. Always be willing to learn from the best so that you can always grow as fast as possible in your life. So I started learning from some of the best gurus in the world. Here is an example of all these gurus. I'll show you the pictures around this frame. The first guru is Dr. Wayne Dyer. I read his book called Manifest Your Destiny. It blew my mind. I was like, this is not as simple as making affirmations. It was very deep. Like, it was not the same things that people spoke about, affirmations and visualization. It was so much more deeper. Then I learned about it from Dr. Sudhir Arora, who's a very powerful trainer in Pune. He runs a course called Mind Control. The more I learned from Dr. Sudhir Arora, my learnings went even beyond Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I was like, wow, I thought I knew everything about law of attraction, but these guys were introducing to me something very, very different. Then I learned about it from Sahil. He's my spiritual guru. All of you write down the names of these mentors of mine. One day when you'll be part of my courses, you will meet some of these people. Then this is Byron Katie. Byron Katie is one of the most powerful, I would say the most peaceful souls I have met in my life. My understanding of law of attraction was completely different after I met her. And then this is Dr. D. Martini. He saved my life. He literally saved my marriage. I have now collaborated with him. This is my privilege. So he taught me something else about law of attraction. Then I learned about it from Nitya Shanti, and then I learned about it from Jack Canfield. Finally, one of my biggest gurus, which helped me to bridge the gap between law of attraction and action. All of you write down LOA plus action. Law of attraction plus action. The man who really taught me the deepest meaning of law of attraction with action was Tony Robbins. And after I learned all of these things, it took me a few years, but I had invested more than 2 crores of my money to invest and to learn law of attraction from all these people. After I learned from all these people, here is what I realized. I realized that basic law of attraction is not enough. Everyone quickly write down basic LOA not enough. Write down in your notepads. I hope you're carrying a notepad and a pen, by the way. When I realized that basic law of attraction is not enough, it was only and only because of these mentors. And I discovered one of the best discoveries of my life. I call it the greatest discovery of my life. And I'll tell you what that is in a minute. In fact, let me show it to you first. The greatest discovery of my life was that basic law of attraction is not enough. Advanced law of attraction creates 10 times faster results. Now, where did I learn about advanced law of attraction from? These mentors, not me. I did not invent it. I learned it from these mentors. Some part I learned it from Dr. Wayne Dyer. Some part I learned it from Dr. Sudhir Arora, from Tony Robbins, from Dr. D. Martini. Today, my understanding of advanced law of attraction is it's a completely different level because of all the money and the time and the learning that I invested with these mentors. And then I started doing research on, are there people who have already done advanced law of attraction and created magical results? And here is what I discovered, that advanced law of attraction is not something new. People have been using it for many, many years. It is just that not everybody knows the complete science of advanced law of attraction. But these are the people I figured out were practicing advanced law of attraction. Einstein. Oprah Winfrey was actually practicing advanced law of attraction. Jim Carrey, anybody's heard about Jim Carrey? He actually used to practice advanced law of attraction. Bruce Lee. There is proof in history that Bruce Lee practiced advanced law of attraction. Then there is Shah Rukh Khan. Did you know that many years ago, Shah Rukh Khan out of his green room would actually write Superstar Shah Rukh Khan? When he was a completely new actor, he wrote it outside his green room. How many of you did not know that? Type in IDK, I did not know in the chat window. You may like this actor, you may not, doesn't really matter. But he's one of the greatest manifestors in the world because he really practices advanced law of attraction to the core. Then Alia Bhatt recently declared that every time she is going for an award or she's going for a movie, she manifests, she visualizes that she's got the award. And she doesn't only use basic law of attraction, there are deeper concepts of advanced law of attraction that she implements. Finally, then I also discovered one of the greatest actors that is right now, new completely. Shah Rukh Khan is very senior. I found out this guy, Ranveer Singh, is like one of the newest actors, but his energy, his frequency is unparalleled to anyone. How many of you agree? Very high energy guy. Type in HE, high energy, if you agree that he's one of the highest energy people that we've seen in the industry today, correct? Then Akshay Kumar, one of the most disciplined, one of the most grounded personalities in the movie industry. The more I did research on these people, I became more and more clear about the greatest discovery of my life, which is advanced law of attraction. And then I started practicing it. I started teaching it to my students. And believe it or not, the results that I started experiencing were amazing. You remember I told you I was struggling in my life. I was doing zero. I was not doing good in my health, relationship, career, and money. After I started practicing advanced law of attraction, just like some of the successful names that I took right now, I started becoming successful. I was working in the corporate world, and the moment I started applying advanced law of attraction, these are the number of companies that worked with me. More than 300 organizations worked with me, and I was able to deliver leadership workshops to some of the top management institutions in the world. Right now, the top management teams in these companies have met me. I have worked with them in a live conference hall again and again and again. This was not easy, but I guarantee you it's not because of me. It was only because of, everyone type in the chat window, ALOA, advanced law of attraction. I'm not the hero here. The real hero is advanced law of attraction. I believe anybody can practice and master advanced law of attraction, can succeed like this. If I can, I'm telling you, you can. Not just that, then using the practices of advanced law of attraction, when I started teaching it to people, believe it or not, today we have crossed approximately 1 million people whom we have spread this science to. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to my Instagram channel, you'll see so many people have viewed and understood what is law of attraction because of us. Now, again, I wouldn't have been that successful in my life without ALOA. It's the short form of Advanced Law of Attraction. Not just that, I wrote a book called The Law of Attraction, and this book, believe it or not, became a national best-selling book. Everyone type in congratulations to me. Yes, this book is a national best-selling book today. It's not now, it's been many, many years. But here's the best part. If you go to Amazon and if you look at this book, look at the reviews in this book. It's the number of people who've purchased this book and the reviews are very, very high. In fact, if you go to Amazon and type Law of Attraction, you will actually see that my book sometimes comes even above the book The Secret. I'm not being arrogant to say that. I'm just saying I'm humbled to practice advanced law of attraction. All the results that I've got in my life, absolutely everything that I have attracted in my life is because of advanced law of attraction. So my question to you is, are you ready to take your next step towards advanced law of attraction? Type in ready for the next step in the chat window. If you're really, really ready to go to the next step, I'll tell you why. A lot of people in the world start with basic law of attraction and remain with basic law of attraction. They never take their step to the next level. Today, I'm inviting you to learn what is advanced law of attraction in the next 1 hour. And at the end today, when I invite you with a special offer to join advanced law of attraction, commit yourself to master advanced law of attraction like I did. How many of you are in advance with me right now for it? The word is advance, so I'm asking you in advance. Are you with me? Type in with you in the chat window if you're with me, that at the end, when I give you 100% clarity on how this course can help you attract 10 times results, you will join Advanced Law of Attraction, be with me, master with me, and grow together. If yes, type in with you in the chat window. Now, after Advanced Law of Attraction, we also have a course called Money Law of Attraction. We call it Wealth Mastery. Because the money frequency is a little stronger, you need to master that separately. The fourth level is what we call as the Grand Mastery of Law of Attraction. Now, the Grand Mastery is where we master law of attraction in all 4 areas of life. HRCM, health, relationships, career, and money. Everyone write down HRCM in the chat window. Now, because you have to master all 4 areas of life, only 1 or 2 courses are not enough. You have to learn many more skills. So we teach you Train the Trainer program, we teach you life coaching certification, we teach you how to write a book, we teach you relationship mastery program, we teach you leadership coaching, we teach you leadership mastery. This is why the 4th level is what I call as my platinum membership. Everyone please type in PM in the chat window. Full form for PM is platinum membership. Now, platinum membership is not a course. It's a lifetime access to me as your life coach. One day when you feel that somewhere you feel this connect with me, that you think you can accept me as your coach, that's the day you should join Platinum membership, because Platinum membership is about the promise of giving people 10 years of success in 1 year. How many of you feel already there is some connection with us? And if you feel you can accept me as a coach, even for Advanced Law of Attraction, if not immediately for Platinum membership, type in the word coach in the chat window so that we can start learning together. Ready? Here we go. Now, there are 11 secrets that I discovered by going through the mentors in my life. You remember I told you about these mentors of mine? All of these people. No, not these people. These are the people who worked on it. All of these, my gurus. You remember them? When I learned it from them, I discovered some principles from here, some principles from there. But over many, many years of experience, I discovered 11 principles of Advanced Law of Attraction. How many principles? Everyone type in the chat window, please. 11. Today, we don't have time to cover all 11 because that's part of the paid Advanced LOA workshop. But I promise you, we'll cover 3 secrets today. How many of you are okay if I can cover out of 11, 3 secrets of Advanced Law of Attraction with you today? Type in ready in the chat window if you're ready to learn the 3 secrets. Are you ready? Okay, perfect. That's the kind of speed I was looking for. By the way, those of you who are in Zoom with me, I have purposely kept the private chat on so that only I can see your questions. Nobody else can see your chat questions. Okay, so don't worry. But people who are watching me on YouTube, your questions can be visible to everybody. So be careful not to post any confidential questions over there. Okay, here we go. Let us begin with secret number 1. But before that, let me tell you a wonderful story. The first story is about a gentleman called Manoj. Everyone write down Manoj. and type it in the chat window also, you will find Manoj's name also in my book called The Law of Attraction book. You remember I told you I wrote this book called The Law of Attraction? In the book, I have given the story of Manoj, where I give you the details, which I'm telling you briefly right now. In the book, it's a little more in detail, but briefly, Manoj, when called me for personal coaching one day, many years ago, he was going to commit suicide. He had decided he's going to end his life. My request to him was, Manojji, can you postpone your dying for 30 days? That's it. Give me a chance to teach you advanced law of attraction. Practice it for 30 days. If it doesn't work, फिर आपके हाथ में, then तो you can do what you want to do. How many of you agree? अगर decide कर ही लिया है, if that person has decided to commit suicide, there is no harm in delaying by 30 days. Type in yes in the chat window if that was a good strategy to stop him. Thanks to universe, I was able to stop him. Manoj practiced advanced law of attraction with me, and one of the biggest principles, one of the biggest secrets that he practiced with me was secret number 1. It's called the golden ratio. When he practiced the secret number 1, he told me one of the reasons he was committing suicide was because there were 3 banks who were behind his life, and he had completely gone bankrupt and he had lost 40 lakhs in one go. His business partner had cheated him. He had almost zero money in his account, and he had more than 2 lakhs monthly expenses and 40 lakhs of money that was gone. And 3 banks were behind his life. How many of you could relate with this gentleman right now? Have any of you ever gone through these kind of difficult situations? Type an I in the chat window if you can relate with Manoj right now. So Manoj practiced advanced law of attraction with me, and here is what happened. Within 30 days, Manoj came back and told me that all these 3 banks have agreed to give him 1 year time extra. In fact, one of those banks have decided to even give him extra money so he can continue running his business, and from that business, repay the loans. How many of you agree this is a definitely magical result? With the help of advanced law of attraction, I was able to help a person's life. I think this one example told me that it is worth mastering advanced law of attraction. How many of you agree it's worth mastering advanced law of attraction if it can save even one person's life? Type in worth it in the chat window, please. So I realized it, I started mastering it, I started teaching it to people like Manoj. And the first principle, the first secret which Manoj practiced, would you like to know what that secret is? Write it in your chat window. The golden ratio of success. Now, what is the golden ratio of success? Here we go. The golden ratio of success is about your ratio of emotional frequency. Everyone write down ratio of emotional frequency. What do I mean by ratio of emotional frequency? Okay, let me explain. Everyone write down all my emotions are habits. Write down quickly. All my emotions are habits. Believe it or not, everything you feel in your life, 95% of your emotions are habits. Maybe 5% emotions come and go temporarily, but 95% of our emotions are habits. I'll give you a very good example. How many people here feel more energy in the end of the day, whereas in the morning you have less energy, but in the end of the day you have more energy? Can any of you relate with that? Type in I in the chat window if you can relate with that example. Like in my case, when I learned this example, my evening energy was always high. The more it was evening, the more it was night, my energy used to go high. But in the same team right now over here, you will observe there are many people whose energy is higher in the morning and evening their battery goes down. Anybody's like that? Type in me in the chat window if your energy goes up in the morning, but in the evening your battery goes down. My wife Indu is like that. So, point is, the reason we have these patterns is because our emotions are habits. Some of you are habitual to have emotions high in the morning. Some of you are habitual to have emotions high in the evening. Because all emotions are habits. I'll give you a very good example. How many of you remember 26/11 situation when there was an attack on Taj Hotel? Type in yes in the chat window if you remember that event. When terrorists had attacked Taj. During that time, do you agree that the whole country was sad? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree the whole country at that time was sad. How many of you would agree with that? You would agree with that? Okay. Please take the same hand like this. Come on, everyone, take the hand. Give yourself a tapu. Wrong answer. The whole country was not sad. I'll tell you why. All of you write the statement and then I will explain it to you. Write the statement. Crisis and opportunities don't make us feel anything. Crisis and opportunities don't make us feel anything. they only multiply our existing emotional pattern by 10 times. I repeat, they only multiply our existing emotional habit by 10 times. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's understand. Let us say a person is used to feeling sad, and there was a crisis like the 2611 situation, and he was watching it on TV. What will happen to this person's sadness? It will multiply by 10x. If you agree with me, type in 10x in the chat window. That any sad person watching a sad news will become 10 times more sad. Yes or no? Second example. In the same situation during 2611, a person who's very, very habitual to meditate, being peaceful all the time. What do you think a person who had the habit of meditating did after watching the 2611 situation? Did he feel more sad or did he meditate more? Tell me in the chat window. Yes, he meditated more. Why? Because that was his emotional pattern. Correct? Were there people who got more angry at that time? Raise your hands, yes or no? Why? Because they had a pattern of being what? Angry. They were already angry people. The situation was only making them, show me with your hands, more angry. So repeat with me again. Crisis and opportunities. Say it with me loudly. Crisis and opportunities don't make me feel anything. They only multiply my existing emotional habits by how many times? Show me your hands. 10 times. That is called as emotional pattern. Now, believe it or not, I have figured out a science, a mathematical way of measuring your emotional frequency and your ratio. Yes, there is a specific ratio that we can catch, that how many times in a day are you feeling positive, how many times in a day are you feeling negative, and that's a pattern. I'll give you an example. Before I explain the golden ratio to you, let me also explain the normal ratio for you. A normal human being ratio looks something like this, 50-50. Everyone type in 50-50 in the chat window, please. Observe, I've written green 50, red 50. Why? Positive and negative. All of us in the world have two kinds of emotions, positive emotions and negative emotions. But there are some people who are habitual. I hope everybody now remembers the word habit and pattern, which I just explained, right? Some people have a pattern of 50-50 emotions during the day, which means that 50% of their day will be positive and 50% of their day will be what? Negative. And does it matter what is going around them? Does it matter? No. If they want to feel 50% positive, they will feel 50% positive. If they are habitual to feeling 50% negative, they will find a reason to feel 50% negative. How many people know some people like that? Type in I in the chat window if you know some people like that. They just find a reason to get upset, even in good situations. Type in I if you remember some people like that. Do you remember somebody? Do you remember somebody very close in your family? Come close. Do you remember somebody who you can see in the mirror every day? You know whom I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about you. Ask yourself, what is my emotional pattern? Ask yourself, what is my emotional pattern? Is it 50-50? Is it 70-30? I'll give you another example. The golden ratio is 80-20. Everyone write down, the golden ratio is not 50-50. 50-50 is normal. The golden ratio is 80-20, which means 80% positive emotions, 20% negative emotions. Most people, when they join the Advanced Law of Attraction course, they're always usually, not always, but usually I found people in the 20-80 sequence. 20% positive, negative is 80%. If you don't believe me, let's check in the chat window now. All of you have now understood the concept of measuring your frequency. Don't worry, when we join the Advanced Law of Attraction formally, I will give you a mathematical way of measuring your emotional frequency. But right now, use your instincts, use your common sense to tell me in the chat window, how much percentage of your emotions right now is positive and how much percentage of your emotions right now is negative? Give me an answer quickly in the chat window. Come on. I'm looking for the answers. Okay, so some of you are saying 50-50. Some of you are saying 60-40. Some of you are saying again, by the way, I have a lot of 50-50 coming in. And don't worry, people who are in Zoom, your answers will not be seen by anybody, only by me. That is why I'm not reading your names. I also see a person who's saying 10% positive and 90% negative, 20-80, 30-70, 40-60. Some of you, I'm glad, are writing 70-30. That means 70 positive, 30 negative. 50-50 again. Now, let's take an example of 50-50, okay, which is the most common example that I also see in the chat window right now. Let's say a person's emotional frequency is 50-50. First of all, will you call it the golden ratio? No, that's a normal ratio, correct? Doesn't matter how many affirmations this person does. They can do affirmations in the morning, they can do affirmations in the night, they can do hope, nope, no 108 times, they can do a vision board, they can do whatever they want. But if they don't change their frequency of the amount of times they feel negative, do you think they will be able to attract their goals? Give me a quick yes or a quick no in the chat window. Come on, quickly. Waiting for your answers, guys. Perfect. The answer is no. They will not be able to attract their goals. Why? Very simple question. Let us say the half of the day, now that half the day is not always exactly second half of the day or first half of the day, but let's technically take an example that from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 11 o'clock at night, there is a person who's constantly feeling sad, low, frustrated. Let's do one thing. All of you give me some negative emotions in the chat window quickly. What are the negative emotions that right now you are struggling with? Any negative emotion that you're struggling with right now? Some of you are writing anxiety, moody, depression, negative thinking, overthinking, lazy, resentment, regret, hopeless, impatient, waiting, hypertension, okay, confusion. Imagine that if you're feeling these emotions literally half the day of your life, 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock, as an example. Does it matter how many times you do your affirmations? With that frequency, so much negative frequency, do you think we will be able to attract our goals? With all humility and honesty, please give me a yes or no in the chat window again. No. We will not be able to attract our goals. That is why it is very, very important to first master the golden ratio. That's what you're going to learn in the Advanced Law of Attraction course. I'll give you an example of someone who practiced it. This is Alia. When Alia met me for the first time, her ratio was literally 10-90. 10-20, 10-90, 20-80 was the fluctuation, which means only 10% positive, 90% negative. Some days it was 20% positive, 80% negative. Once she changed her golden ratio, believe it or not, she found her life partner. The best part was she got a promotion and got a 40% hike in her salary. Something that she was trying to do for more than 1 year was not happening. And she was using basic law of attraction, by the way. But the moment she changed her emotional ratio to creating it a golden ratio. What is the golden ratio? Everybody knows the number? Come on, tell me in the chat window. What is the golden ratio number I told you for emotions? It's 80-20, which means 80% positive emotions, 20% negative emotions. She did that and she got her result. It was as simple as that. How many of you agree? This one lesson itself is mind-blowing. Type in MB in the chat window if you agree this is mind-blowing. 1, you realize that there is an emotional pattern, there's a habit. 2, you realize that there is a way to measure your frequency. 3, you realize that there is a way to even change that frequency. And when you change that frequency, your affirmations will start working for you. Based on only the first lesson that you have learned so far, please tell me, is this the same as basic law of attraction or is this advanced stuff that you have never heard before? Type in advanced in the chat window if you agree. This is not the usual law of attraction that you've read about or heard about on videos. This is much more superior stuff. This is much more advanced stuff. How many of you promise me that if not today, one day you will be part of the advanced law of attraction and you will master this, and you will master this to the extent that you will achieve all your goals in all 4 areas of life? Type in IP, I promise that you will master advanced law of attraction and excel in your life. Okay, perfect. That's my intention for you. Now, ready for secret number 2? If yes, type in R2 in the chat window if you're ready for secret number 2. Come on, quickly. I am super excited about the secret number 2 because it is the most simplest secrets, but it is that biggest mistake that most people make. You remember I told you about 3 secrets, and the second secret is about the biggest mistake that we need to stop. Believe it or not, most of us are making this biggest mistake because of which law of attraction is not working only for us. I'll give you a very simple example. There is a student of mine who practiced basic law of attraction for a long period of time. Then he learned also advanced law of attraction. He started growing. In fact, he became a law of attraction coach. How many of you one day would like to become a law of attraction coach? Type in I in the chat window if you would like to become a coach like me in the area of law of attraction, where you would love to spread this science to many people in the world. So this student of mine, he practiced advanced law of attraction, and here is the best part. He made millions. His YouTube channel today has 4 times more subscribers than I did. And I think that is the best part about this story, that the student is growing better than the teacher. At least his YouTube channel is. How many of you think that's an awesome experience as a teacher? Yes or no? Type in yes in the chat window. Wouldn't you love it when you start teaching law of attraction and your students do better than you? Wouldn't that be amazing? That's how I feel today about this student of mine. But one day he called Indu and he said, and Indu coaches him personally. So he said, Indu, I succeeded a lot, but suddenly all my success has gone down now. I'm losing money. I have become overweight. I'm almost separated with my wife. And I really don't know what to do right now. He's saying that I'm losing my confidence to teach law of attraction, because when I'm teaching other people, my mind is saying, how can you teach other people when your own life is not on track? He started feeling guilty in his life. I wish universe never shows any coach this kind of a day. But unfortunately, he was going through this. Now, the good thing that he did was, instead of trying to struggle with the problem himself, he called Indu. How many of you think that is the best thing he did? Type in best in the chat window if you agree. Instead of struggling alone, the best thing he did was he called his life coach. More than me, he trusts Indu. So when he spoke to Indu, here is what Indu made him realize during his conversation with her. The biggest mistake that he has been making is this one. Everyone write down the biggest mistake that he's been making. Let me see if I can show you on the screen. Yes, I can. The biggest mistake that he was making was he was not practicing law of attraction every single day. Everyone write down, not practicing every single day. He had learned advanced law of attraction, but he had stopped practicing. Now you may say, that's it? So simple? Okay. How many people are guilty of the same mistake? Type in G for guilty in the chat window. Forget advanced. You're not even practicing basic law of attraction every day. How many people guilty of that? You don't do your affirmations every day. You don't do your magic water every day. You don't do your gratitude every day. You don't do your cancel every day. Forget about advanced law of attraction. You're not even practicing proper basic law of attraction every day. Visualization रोज नहीं कर रहे हो. Vision board रोज नहीं देख रहे हो. How many of you agree with that? So this student of mine, he was realizing that he was struggling because he was not practicing every day. And here is the biggest mistake that he did. The little bit that practice that he was doing was also incomplete practice. Everyone write down incomplete practice. What is incomplete practice? Most people make this grave mistake of practicing law of attraction in only 1 or 2 areas of life. How many areas of life are there? Everybody tell me in the chat window again. I told you in the beginning of this masterclass today. 4 areas. HRCM. What is HRCM? Health, relationships, career, and money. Now, this student of mine, the mistake that he was making was he was only practicing advanced law of attraction a little bit for money. That's it. Because he wanted to make a lot of money. But he was struggling in other areas because he had stopped practicing in the other areas of life. He was doing it incomplete. And as a result of that, he did not get results. So Indu again told him, come back for something very, very, very important, which we teach as part of the Advanced Law of Attraction course. And that is called as daily magic practice. Everyone write down daily magic practice. What is daily magic practice? 30 days challenge to practice advanced magic every day with me personally. First, learn advanced law of attraction and then practice. Now, most people sometimes only attend DMP. So they don't really understand the full advanced law of attraction. But people who join advanced law of attraction and then practice DMP every day, their results go to the next level. So the student of mine, he came back, he started practicing every day. He was doing it more with Indu. And the moment he started practicing that, believe it or not, his results went up in life again. His wife, with whom he was about to divorce, he made sure that his frequency matched with her again, got her back home, started exercising, started losing weight. Best part was his career went up again, his fame went up again. And the only reason was because he was practicing advanced law of attraction sincerely every single day. Is only learning ALOA enough? Everyone tell me in the chat window, yes or no? सिर्फ advanced LOA सीखना काफी है क्या? नहीं. This point may look very simple, but it is the most powerful point in the world. most people who fail is because they don't act on what they know. And I'll tell you why, by the way. Even if you learn a lot, the problem is it's difficult to take action alone at home. Type in alone if you're realizing what I'm saying right now. When you're alone at home, it's very difficult to take action alone. Trying to do affirmations on your own, very, very difficult. That is where we invite people as part of the advanced law of attraction so that you could practice magic with all of us together in hundreds and hundreds of people as a community. So how many of you promise me that when you become part of the advanced law of attraction course, and when I give you access to DMP, 30 days daily magic practice, you will make sure that you practice every day. Don't make the mistake that my student made. I'll give you another example. Another student of ours, his name is Bharatish. Everyone write down Bharatish. Now, Bharatish is a gentleman who started a startup company and he needed funding from some investors. How many of you agree finding funding in today's market is very difficult? Type in VD in the chat window if you agree it's very difficult. Because everybody is starting a startup company today. He started practicing advanced law of attraction properly, did DMP every day based on that. So he did both. Golden ratio and DMP and the other 10 secrets. Okay, by the way, I want you to know, I don't want to give you this illusion that Bharatish applied only DMP and only lesson number 1. No. How many lessons, how many secrets did I tell you are there in advanced law of attraction? Anybody remembers I told you in the very beginning before I started? 11. So he practiced all 11 and did DMP, and here is the result. Bharatish, let me see where is that result goal. Hold on. This is Bharatish. Bharatish actually recovered 45 lakh rupees, not recovered, got 45 lakh rupees of funding within 30 days. We have it on record on video. 30 days, he got 45 lakh rupees. How many of you think this is a huge magic? Type in magic in the chat window if you agree this is huge magic. By the way, type in congratulations for Bharatish for having his startup being so successful. Not just that, the picture that I've showed you by mistake right now. Harita and her husband Niman, they were struggling because they had given money somewhere and their money was stuck. Believe it or not, along with all 11 lessons of advanced law of attraction and DMP when they started practicing, here is what happened in their life. They recovered all the money that was stuck, 7 lakhs of amount, which was stuck for a long period of time. Effortlessly, they attracted. Look at the smile on their face when they were sharing that result. This picture is at the exact time when they were sharing that result with me in DMP. By the way, how many of you have been part of my DMP program and you've heard many such people sharing results? Type an I in the chat window if you've seen this. You will observe that in DMP, 95% people who talk about big results, are they only part of DMP? No. You will observe they are either platinum or advanced law of attraction students because they've really got the advanced learnings within their system. So how many of you promise me that you will practice advanced law of attraction for full 30 days with me? Type in IP, I promise. I'll give you one more result to inspire you. This is Mona. Mona had almost decided to separate. Look what she says here. My relationship with my husband has improved and our separation has turned in love. How many people here who are struggling in relationships would like magic in your relationships? Type in R for relationships in the chat window. If this is the area where you're struggling, if Mona can succeed using advanced law of attraction, so can you. To inspire you a little more, this is Geeta. Geeta is a menopause coach, very successful coach. She was successfully able to sell her house and look at the amount that she attracted. Can everybody tell me the amount in the chat window if you can see the amount? It is 40 crores. This made her financially free for the rest of her life. And it was not happening for a very long period of time. But after she applied all the 11 secrets and she did practice with magic for full 30 days with me, she told us, and this picture was exactly when she was sharing that result with us. How many of you think this is awesome? Type in awesome in the chat window. Now, my question to you is, are you ready to be part of this powerful community where you can also practice advanced law of attraction? Type in R for ready in the chat window if you're ready for this. In that case, before I invite you, I want you to know there is one more secret that I want to share with you. You remember the soul purifier experience? I'm going to give you that experience right now. It is one of the most powerful experiences of advanced law of attraction, but I'm going to give it to you free today as part of the masterclass. And as I promised, you will sleep so peacefully tonight that you've not done for a long, long period of time. But before that, I'm going to do the part which I promised you in the beginning. I'm going to give you a very special offer to join Advanced Law of Attraction course. before I give you that chance to join, do I have your permission to invite you? Type in yes in the chat window if I can officially, formally give you an invitation to be part of the Advanced Law of Attraction course. If yes, please give me a yes in the chat window. So if you are ready, I would like you to answer some of these questions in the chat window. Keep typing I if you can relate with these points. Point number 1. Are you struggling in your career? Type an I in the chat window if you're struggling in your career. If you're not struggling, don't type an I, okay? Are you struggling to get a job? Now, some of you have a job, you're not struggling, then don't type an I. You got my point now? Anything that you can relate, type an I in the chat window. Are you waiting for an increment? Type an I. Is your income stuck for a long time where you started making money, but it's come to a certain point and now it's not going beyond that? Type an I if this point relates to you. Is your promotion stuck for a long period of time? Are you struggling to get married in your life where you're trying to find a partner, but for some reasons, either you're not able to find a partner or you keep going through breakups? Are you trying to save your marriage? You're married, but you're going through a very difficult time in your marriage. Type an I in the chat window if you're going through that problem. Are you struggling to make money? Or are you struggling to conceive a baby? Or are you impulsive and short-tempered by nature? Specifically for these points, which I'm now telling you from here, I want you to type in me in the chat window if this relates to you. Are you short-tempered and impulsive? You don't know how to take control of your emotions. Are you having anxiety and depression issues? Type in me. Are you struggling to lose or gain weight? You don't even have so much control that you're not able to either gain weight or lose weight on your own. If you're going through any of these problems, and if you're interested and committed for these solutions, type in committed in the chat window. Are you committed to attract the success in your career that you really, really want? Are you committed to attract a job of your choice, of your dreams? Are you committed to attract the increment that you deserve? Are you committed to increase your income? Are you committed to get the promotion that you really, really want? Are you committed to attract the love and the life partner of your life if you're not married? Are you committed to create a happy married life if you're already married? Are you committed to attract more money? Are you committed to attract a wonderful baby if you're not able to conceive right now? Are you committed to become calm and full of patience if right now you're going through a lot of short temper and a lot of impulsive behaviors? Are you really committed to be this kind of a person rather than this kind of a person? And are you really committed to have happiness and satisfaction in your life? If yes, type in one last time committed. Because believe me, people are interested in this, but they're not committed. What is the difference between interested and committed? Interested people keep thinking how. Committed people learn and take action. Now, what are you going to do? Learn and take action? Or are you going to keep thinking how in your life and keep going through the same struggles again and again and again in life? If you're committed and you're ready to take action, I'm now inviting you for the Advanced Law of Attraction course. Immediately after I finish this part of 5 minutes, it'll take about 5-7 minutes for me to give you the complete offer. After that, I promise you, you will learn about secret number 3, which is the soul purifier. So even after you join Advanced Law of Attraction today, even after you make the payment, please be with me. I want you to go through the soul purifier till the very, very end. How many of you promise me? Type in IP. I promise that even if you join, or even if you don't join, be with me for the soul purifier experience. Yes? Okay, great. So let's begin that powerful 5 minutes. The first thing that you're going to get as part of the Advanced Law of Attraction today is online Advanced Law of Attraction course worth 1 lakh. And the reason this is worth 1 lakh is not only because of the knowledge and the value it has, but you're going to get lifetime access to the recordings. A lot of people will give you access for 1 year or 2 years. We're saying lifetime access to all the advanced LOA lessons. Next, online community where you can interact with other advanced magicians, how they have started creating results in their life. Third, live workshop bonus. So not only will you get the recordings, you will get the live workshop with me as a bonus where I will personally deliver the entire workshop of Advanced Law of Attraction to you in 2 full days. The next batch details will come to you in the chat window in some time. So the next live batch, whenever it happens, it's usually on Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening for 2 full days. Other than that, you're getting some crazy bonuses. Bonus number 1, you will be getting the online leadership course. This is the course that I was teaching in the corporate world for more than 17 years. I charge even today 5 lakh rupees per day in the corporate world. That workshop is available to you as part of the bonus when you join the Advanced Law of Attraction course today. You'll get the digital coaching system where you will learn how to become a digital coach like me. You'll get the 30 days DMP. You remember I told you about DMP? Daily magic practice. You will get 30 days included as part of advanced law of attraction. You'll get handwriting frequency lesson number 1. You'll get neuro-linguistic programming lesson number 1. You'll get relationship mastery lesson number 1. This one lesson will take your relationships to the next level. I promise you that. Next, practical spirituality with my mentor Sahil. How many of you remember I introduced you to Sahil at the beginning? He has delivered a deep spirituality course with us that is also available to you when you join Advanced Law of Attraction. Lesson number 1 of that. Next is Freedom Investments course lesson number 1 from Mudit sir. Then Health Mastery lesson number 1. You're getting perfect affirmations template. How many of you get really confused about how to make affirmations? Type an I in the chat window if you get confused about it. You don't have to be confused anymore. I'm going to give you a ready-made download of a perfect affirmations template. Using this template with fill in the blanks, your affirmations will be ready in just 15 minutes. Okay. I will also give you audio recorded affirmations for morning separately, evening separately. All you have to do is put it in your phone, listen to it once in the morning, listen to it once in the evening, and your frequency will start vibrating with your goals. Next, you will also get a template for health, relationships, career, and money vision board. How many of you don't have a vision board till now? Type an I in the chat window if you don't have a vision board till now in your life. I will give you a ready-made vision board template, and not only for one area of life, but for all 4 areas of life. Okay. All of this, yes, is worth 3,50,000 rupees, but that's not the fees that you need to pay today. The fees that you're going to see on the screen is limited for the first 20 people who join. Why do I say first 20 people? After 20 people have paid, immediately after that, the amount will show as plus GST. Right now, the amount you see is included of GST for the first 20 people. My system is automated, which means the moment 20 people are crossed, it will automatically flip the amount and it will show you plus GST. So it's not 3,50,000, it's not 2 lakhs, it's not 1 lakh. The total fees that you see is the only amount that you see on the screen. That's it. This amount, and for the rest of your life, I will be with you as your coach in Advanced Law of Attraction. The best part is those of you who are attending today live, you will not only get access to the lifetime recordings, you will get lifetime access to my live batch. If you go to my website right now and you join later, you will not get all these bonuses. You can go and check. You can only see a price point there, and you can only see Advanced Law of Attraction details over there. But these bonuses and lifetime access to the recordings and lifetime access to the live sessions again and again and again is only when you join right now. And remember, the first 20 people are getting the amount that you see on the screen, whereas after that it will be plus GST. Now, those of you who are joining in, quickly click on the link right now. And immediately after you click on the link, you will see that you will immediately get a welcome email. But don't go away, because right now I also need to work with you on the secret number 3, the soul purifier. If you're ready for the soul purifier, please get ready. I'm going to give maximum 2 minutes for those of you who are taking advantage of this deal and joining in the first 20 members. Because remember, after the first 20 members, the amount will be this amount plus GST. So giving you 2 minutes of time, and during that 2 minutes, I'm just quickly sharing results of some of the students, old students who have already done Advanced Law of Attraction long back, but the results that they gave us, I'm going to quickly share that with you right now. So for an example, here we go. This is Akshay.
Hey everyone, this is Akshay. I've joined Advanced Law of Attraction, and with Advanced Law of Attraction technique, I was able to get my dream job after immediately joining the Advanced Law of Attraction with 80% of my 80% hike in my salary, and with promotion and huge joining bonus.
What Sagar is so excited about. Yes, Sagar, go for it.
Hey Mitesh, thanks for giving me the opportunity. I'm really excited to share my journey. It is almost even 1.5 months. My business is growing like anything, and I have booked the BMW.
Okay, awesome.
I cannot imagine that, but I booked that.
Wow.
And this has happened within the 1.5 months, right? And business is growing like anything.
Amazing.
Thank you, Mitesh. Thank you. Without this, it would have not been possible. I'm convincing, I'm giving my, I don't have words to pass on this message actually. I never imagined that actually. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for practicing. Thank you for creating that result and inspiring so many people.
Thank you, Mitesh. Thanks all.
Yeah, Seema. All right. Here we go, Seema.
Good evening, everyone.
And I'm super excited today to be with you, sir. If you remember, one day I was telling you about my problem and I was crying. And you only said that one day you are going to share a story with me. I was having a cancel. I was having a relationship issue with my husband as well as in-laws. And today I'm very glad to share that I'm having a super duper relationship with my sister-in-law and mother-in-law. And the husband is also, I mean, the relationship is improving. Although he's a very kind man, बहुत अच्छे हैं, but something was wrong. And but now it is improving, and many thanks to you, sister-in-law, mother-in-law. So they are like कि मतलब I'm very much, they are loving me a lot. I do not know what magic, but this is a very great magic for me. And
How long has it been since you joined?
I joined on 23rd of February. Although I'm not very consistent in doing all the course and everything because of my work and pressure, I'm teaching.
Okay, Hitesh Jadhav, let's go for it. Yes, Hitesh.
So I joined ALOA before 6 months. I was working with one of the big MNC company of India. I resigned from there and wanted to do business. So I thought, let us have a one platform where someone can guide me.
Okay.
We wanted to do exports of various goods since last 5 years. We could not do it. Within last 3 months, we have exported to USA, Europe, Germany. And number of orders, I cannot explain, sir, how happy I am. And apart from this, I have doubled my sales within last 6 months.
Wow.
Hi, my Advanced Law of Attraction family. I'm really very happy and excited to share my results. Actually, I have decided for 30 days a challenge and posted an Advanced Law of Attraction group. And I am following everything very sincerely as Mitesh and Indu always guide us. So my results are very awesome. Actually, my business was not working earlier. Now I am handling 2 businesses, and every morning whenever I am opening my laptop, I am getting some kind of automatic orders. Today I have got order of 26,000 rupees. Yesterday I have got order of 8,500 rupees. Day before yesterday I have got order of 3,500 rupees, and every day it is increasing. And I'm really very excited because I haven't thought it's going to happen so automatically and so magically.
All right. So everyone give her a big congratulations. And you can see the happiness that she has on her face right now. And if you observed, we've got all type of results. Results in health, results in relationships, results in career, results in money, entrepreneurship, relationship. How many women here would love to get the same relationship results that she shared, Mona shared, where she's now getting along with her mother-in-law? Sister-in-law. How many of you would love that? Type an I in the chat window. It's possible. Why is it possible? Because when you vibrate at the right frequency, you're able to extract the right frequency from other people. All of you write this down. Everybody has positive and negative frequency both. Write this down. Everybody has positive and negative frequency both. The frequency that people give me is the frequency that I already have inside me. Write it down. The frequency that people give me is the frequency that I already have inside me. So if I am carrying a lot of hurt, anger, regret, guilt, shame, helplessness, frustration, I will extract negativity from other people. And because of that, you will realize that you're always surrounded by people who don't support you. But the moment you transform your frequency, your golden ratio, you'll see you'll start attracting not only good people, the existing people in your life will transform and start giving you positive frequency. How many of you would love it if I could prove this right to you? And are you ready to now master that frequency? Type an I in the chat window if you're ready. Great. Now, those of you who've joined, congratulations. Welcome for joining Advanced Law of Attraction family. We've already crossed 20 people. Those of you who've not been able to join yet, when you now go to the link. Yes, Indu.
I'm extending that 20 people to 50. I've got 5 requests. Okay. So let me extend.
You're changing the system from your side?
Yeah, I'll change it. Just one. And second thing is just answer 2 questions for participants. One, there are a lot of international students, they were not able to do it. So tell them that they can select the international option.
Okay. Can you give me the link again in the chat window?
Yeah, so I have given the link. And the second thing is if somebody is not able to pay with any card, then ask for a Google Pay number in my chat window. I'll give the Google Pay number.
Look for
I've
Indu.
joined as Indu.
Yeah, look for Indu. Go to Indu's private chat and ask for a Google Pay number. She will give you a different Google Pay number in case you're not able to pay. International students, please use the first option that says international credit cards. It's easy after that. That is the best way to join internationally. You can use the second option also, but I would suggest that you use the first option, which is specially meant for international credit cards. All right, with that, let's move on to the next level. Was it something else, Indu? Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
you said you're changing the system, right? Okay, guys,
Yeah, I'll change.
Okay, if some of you are still seeing plus GST amount over there, my apologies. Wait for 30 seconds if you're seeing the plus GST amount. Indu will refresh
Yes.
in another 30 seconds or 1 minute, and you will see the amount over there, exactly what I showed you right
No,
now.
it's refreshed. It's refreshed.
Just refresh it and you will see the amount that you see on my screen. You will not see the plus GST amount if you refresh it after 30 seconds. Okay? All right, here we go. But remember, limited people, so join quickly. Let's now go to the soul purifier experience. What is the soul purifier experience? This is something that I learned from Dr. Hugh Len, who's a magical healer in the world. And when I learned it and I started teaching it to people, believe me, people started healing things that I could not even imagine before. Here is an example of that. There is a lady called Payal. She went through breast cancer. And the moment she got that news that she's got breast cancer, can anybody make a guess how did she feel? Give me a word in the chat window quickly, come on. Like imagine, and God forbid, nobody should go through that. But just make a guess that if anybody who's close to you goes through that, how would that person feel? The first emotion that she had was fear. And when I asked her, I said, is it fear of dying? She said, no, Mitesh, it's not even the fear of death. Can anybody make a guess what was her biggest fear? Her biggest fear was what will happen to her responsibilities if something happens to her. And that was the time I told her, listen, you are part of advanced law of attraction. Now, let's focus on time for what? Everyone show me time for double happiness. And let's work on upgrading your frequency by using all the 11 lessons, especially the lesson that I'm about to show you called the Soul Purifier. She started practicing it, and as a result, here is what happened. This is she sharing with us on video that she cured her breast cancer. Everyone type in wow in the chat window if you agree this is a wow. This is exactly the time when she shared her result. We took a picture at that time, a screenshot. If this is possible, what is the size of your problems? Everyone tell me, if she can cure breast cancer kind of a problem in her life, she can heal herself. What is the size of your problems? Is it as big as her problem, or is it small compared to her problem? Type in S for small, B for big. I think even my problems are very small compared to hers. And if she can heal herself, I can definitely heal myself. Please type in the chat window, I can do it. Start with that feeling. Don't believe that this is miracles and magic only for people like her and me. No, you can also do it. So type in I can, and I'll show you what I did with her. We taught her one of the best experiences of life called as Advance Ho'oponopono. Everyone type in the chat window, Advance Ho'oponopono. Now, what is the difference? Basic Ho'oponopono is what I learned from Dr. Hugh Len, which is all about saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you keep chanting that, right? How many of you agree this is what you've learned? Repetition of 108 times of Ho'oponopono. Or you think of somebody and you say Ho'oponopono. This is what you've learned, right? This is basic Ho'oponopono. In the Advanced Law of Attraction course, we teach something called as Advanced Ho'oponopono, which I learned from a mastery detail level course from Dr. Hugh Len and from Dr. Joe Vitale. Today, Dr. Joe Vitale is part of our courses, by the way. He's literally endorsed our Advanced Ho'oponopono program. And that lesson of Advanced Ho'oponopono we have included as part of the Advanced Law of Attraction course. But it's difficult to teach the whole 2 hours lesson right now. Can I give you the direct experience of Advanced Ho'oponopono? Are you ready for an experience? Type in me in the chat window if you're willing to go through the next 5 to 6 minutes to have one of the most serene, to have one of the most emotional, and yet one of the most powerful experiences of your life. That's what I call as the soul purifier experience. If you're ready, type in I. Great. It's a very simple experience where I'm going to say a few things in a very advanced conversational style. I call it advanced conversational Ho'oponopono. My video will go off right now, and I will ask you to say these 4 statements in different creative ways. All you need to do is close your eyes, hands on your heart, and just repeat what I'm saying loudly. That's all I want you to do. Now, people who are on Zoom with me, I'm going to watch you on the gallery view, so keep your video open. Keep your video on. So in case you're making a mistake, I can guide you. Those of you who are on YouTube Live or any other channel right now, make sure that you're doing it honestly, even though I can't see you. Okay? So chalo, sit straight everyone, hands on your heart. Close your eyes, relax your energy. I'm gonna switch off my camera here. Now please tell me if my voice and music is clear to you. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Right. With your hands on your heart, close your eyes. Now please smile. Mr. Agashi ji, no cheating. Hands on your heart, close your eyes. Now smile and repeat exactly what I'm saying loudly. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want all of you to imagine your mother's face. You may call her I, Mummy, Mom. Please imagine her face and imagine her eyes and imagine her smile. Now please repeat what I'm saying loudly. I'm really sorry, Mom, for not giving you enough time. I'm really sorry for hurting you so many times. Please forgive me for not loving you as much as I should have. Please forgive me for judging you, for disrespecting you. Thank you, Mom, for loving me even when I did not love myself. Thank you, Mom, for all the sacrifices you've made for me. Thank you so much for taking care of me, even though many times I did not thank you for this. I know, Mom, I did not say this to you many times, but I want to tell you now. I love you, Mom. I really love you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you so much for everything. I love you. I imagine your mom hugging you. How will she feel if you expressed your love this way to her? Take a deep breath. Now I want you to imagine your father's face. Imagine his eyes. Imagine his smile. Now I want you to imagine you're holding his hands. Feel his hands in your hands. And say, Papa, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for disrespecting you. I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for talking to you badly. Please forgive me for judging you, that you did not do enough for me, even though I know you sacrificed a lot. Please forgive me for not thanking you enough for it. Thank you for giving me life. I love you, Papa. sorry I never said it earlier. I love you. Imagine giving a hug to your father and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you, Papa. I really love you. How would he feel if you said this to him? Now I want you to imagine the name of a person who hurt you a lot. It can be someone at home, someone outside the house. Who was that person? Say it loudly. Take their name. I want to see your lips moving. Ritu, try to speak loudly. Now, as you're thinking of that person, repeat with me. I'm really sorry. I now understand. I am responsible for my frequency. I attracted you in my life. I'm really sorry for blaming everything on you. Please forgive me for believing only you are responsible. Please forgive me for doing whatever I have done to attract this situation. Deep within, I know I needed this experience. So thank you. Thank you for everything. I now choose to move on. I choose to let you move on. Because I understand at the energy level, we both are one. So I love you. Go with love. Grow with love. And imagine letting go of all the hurt, all the anger, all the sadness. Take a deep breath, please. Last part. Please take your own name loudly. Example, I'm going to say Mitesh. Say, I'm really sorry. Take your name again. I'm really sorry for leaving you alone. I'm really sorry for disconnecting with you. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you. Please forgive me for doubting you, criticizing you, for underestimating you. Thank you for still being connected to me in spite of all this. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for this reconnection. I promise you, take your name, I promise you, I'm back now. From now on, it doesn't matter who doesn't love you. From now on, it doesn't matter who doesn't accept you. Because I love you. I accept you. Now take your hands and cross across your shoulders as if you're giving yourself a hug. And not like a casual hug, but like a warm hug. Put your head on your shoulder as if you're resting on yourself. And that side of your head, I want you to rub your hands as if you're rubbing the shoulders of a baby while hugging yourself. And with your eyes closed, say it again. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. Don't worry, I'm back now. I will never leave you again. Thank you for being with me. I love you. I really love you. Now put your hands on your heart and just relax for a few seconds, hugging yourself. And as you hug yourself and relax, you'll realize you were not waiting for anybody else's love, just your own, right? You were waiting for your own acceptance, were you not? So just be there for a few seconds. Slowly open up your hands. As you open up your hands, slowly opening up your eyes. First, please have some water. All right. Give me one word in the chat window. How did you feel? How was that experience? Did I fulfill my promise of giving you soul purifying experience? I'm just reading some of your words here. Better, light, awesome, peaceful, relaxed, wonderful. I was crying. Just out of curiosity, how many of you had tears? How many of you cried? Type in cried in the chat window if you cried. And how many of you also agree these were not bad tears? This is what I call as TOJ, tears of joy. It's a very different experience. Type in TOJ if you had tears of joy experience right now. What you experience right now is called as advanced conversational Ho'oponopono. This is not the same as repeating Ho'oponopono again and again. Those of you who've already been practicing Ho'oponopono before, basic Ho'oponopono, can you agree in the chat window, this is not basic, this is advanced? And if you agree with me, type in A for advanced in the chat window. And as you're realizing how advanced this experience is, my question to you is, don't you think we need to deserve to practice and master this? Or should you just experience it like a movie and go away? Simple question, isn't it worth mastering advanced law of attraction? Type in worth it in the chat window if you agree this is worth it. Think about it. The kind of emotions that we are stuck with for many, 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 many years. One secret I applied with you, advanced Ho'oponopono, only one secret out of 11. And I haven't even taught you the whole thing yet. I've just given you the experience of it. And this is how you're feeling. Imagine what will happen if you experienced all the 11 lessons. That is what I call as 10 times faster results. How many of you are now ready to be part of advanced law of attraction? If I have given my best to you today, and if somewhere in your heart you feel I'm being genuine with you, I'm being honest with you when I'm inviting you for something so powerful, I'm asking you, are you ready to trust yourself? Are you ready to trust me? And are you ready to be part of the advanced law of attraction? If yes, type in yes in the chat window. And I'm going to one last time show you everything which I showed you earlier about what is being covered as part of the advanced law of attraction course. So here we go. First, remember I told you the advanced law of attraction videos. Yes, Indu?
Just give them opportunity to block also. Some of them are not ready with 15,000. They want to block with 5,000.
I will do that, Indu. Today, Indu's in a very, very generous mood. So first, she increased the GST amount from 20 to 50 and now the block. Okay, done. So first, advanced law of attraction, entire course will be included for you. The community will be available to you. The bonus live workshop, again and again, you can repeat only if you're joining today. If you're joining from my website, the live workshop is only once. But if you're joining today, the live workshop is unlimited for you. Bonuses, online leadership course, digital coaching system, live 30 days daily magic practice course, first lesson of handwriting course, first lesson of neuro-linguistic programming, first lesson of relationship mastery, first lesson of practical spirituality with my own mentor, first lesson of freedom investments course, first lesson of health mastery course, Most importantly, ready affirmations template, audio affirmations for morning, audio affirmations for evening, and a ready vision board for all 4 areas of your life. All of this, the value is what you see, 3,50,000 rupees. But that's not what you're going to pay today. The only fees you're going to pay one time is the amount that you see there. Hopefully, when you go to the screen, if 50 people have not joined yet, you will still see this amount. If 50 people have crossed, then you will see the amount of this amount plus GST. Now, in case some of you have not got the entire amount with you right now, but you want to block this amazing deal, type in me in the chat window. If you want to use a small amount to block this lifetime deal first and then take 7 days of time to pay the balance. Is there anybody who needs 7 days of time to arrange the money? Type in me in the chat window, please. I want to know how many people really need it, because if many people don't need it, then we don't need to even offer it. Okay, quite a few people offering me. All right. So in that case, you will now see a link right below that blue color. And that link is called as block link. You will also see that in the chat window. This block link is something that you can use to pay only 5,000 rupees right now. After you block, you're not getting access to the entire advanced law of attraction. You're getting access to block this deal for 7 days, which means you now have 7 days of time to pay the balance fees. How will you pay the balance fees? The moment you block, automatically you will receive an email with the balance amount link. You can use this link anytime between the next 7 days. Automatically, you will get access to all these bonuses. What happens if you cross 7 days? If you cross 7 days, bonuses go away. Let me show you this email ID here. So this is the email ID, contact@miteshkhatri.com. There is also a mobile number that we've created for you with a WhatsApp option. You can send a WhatsApp on that particular mobile number. Instead of directly calling, best is always to send a WhatsApp with your email ID and your block amount link saying, I want to have the balance link to pay the full fees. My team will take care of it. Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please call during office hours, message during office hours, or simply send an email anytime at contact@miteshkhatri.com. Within 24 hours or 48 hours maximum, my team will connect with you and resolve your problem. With that, before we proceed, would it be okay if I share some more results to inspire all of you? Because I know that there are many of you who are thinking, will it happen for me? Now, the best way I can answer is not by convincing you, but by showing you results. So here is another video that I recorded with some of the old students. Please listen to their recordings as well.
I can tell you, sir, that current salary and the previous company salary, it's doubled.
Wow.
Like it's almost doubled now.
Sir, I got a permanent job with Mindtree and exactly same salary what I put in my affirmations and vision board. Both I had put same salary package.
Thinking like that monthly I should earn around 5 lakhs. Now I am earning around 4.80 every month.
Whoa, that is very, very close.
1.5 months, my business is growing like anything, and I have booked the BMW.
Okay, awesome.
I cannot imagine that, but I have booked that.
Wow. Before 2 days, what happened was the entire immigration rules got changed, and I got my permanent residency.
Whoa!
It was.
उनके पास मेरा पैसा भी पेंडिंग था, वो लोग मुझे वापस वो पैसा भी देने के लिए रेडी है एंड 5 टाइम मोर मेरी सैलरी भी इंक्रीज करके दे रहे हैं.
5 times?
आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. यस.
Wow, that is amazing, amazing.
Purchase order of 22 lakh rupees by my
22 lakhs.
Now with the same budget, wonderful 3 BHK is available and we are going for it.
I got a hike of around 10%, and then just before 2 days, I don't know why, they nominated me for the EUC Excellence Award, so I got that award.
Wow, that's a lot of results. See, one small change in the frequency and solved so many problems. If you would have tried to solve these problems on its own, it would have been so difficult. Right? Yeah. But now that you worked only on frequency, everything universe takes care of after that. Amazing, Niyati. Very happy for you.
I have to happily share my, now I am reducing my weight class up to 7 kg.
Wow, 7
really
kg.
Miracle.
In a relationship, जहाँ मुझे कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं मिल रहा था, बट रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा है ग्रेजुअली. जो इंसान मेरी शक्ल नहीं देखा जाता, उसके साथ मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ. मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में 60,000 आ गए, इनकम टैक्स से रिटर्न पैसे आ गए. मितेश जी, आप मेरे लाइफ में एज अ गॉड हो, इसलिए नहीं कि आप लॉ अट्रैक्शन करवा रहे हो, बट आप पर्सन को उसकी फीलिंग से उसको एक सेटिस्फेक्शन दे रहे हो और वो इंसान को जीने का मौका मिल रहा है. अगर मुझे जो जीने का मौका मिला है तो आपकी वजह से मिला है. अदरवाइज मैं ठीक है भी मतलब वो जो पेन करना होता है मैं नहीं कर पाता था.
Srivani, let's go. Yes. Good evening.
Sir, actually, I had some issue with one party. He was not paying us amount. Like from last June, we had this issue. So last January, means this January, we had a meeting with that person. So he told that within 3 days he will be clearing the amount. Okay, we were waiting for that one. But until March first week also, he was not paying us any amount actually.
Correct.
So I was thinking like where I was going wrong actually. I didn't know exactly. Once I had posted a question for you in that group also, sir. Like when it comes to HRCM, for M, I don't have any I don't have any goals like for M for money. So thinking a lot, I was thinking like maybe that is the thing which is stopping that.
Correct.
I was thinking like that one. So I started doing Ho'oponopono for money, and at the same time, I started doing the actions like what action I have to take to clear that amount. Actually,
Wow.
I have done this one, and sir, within 2 days, I got money from that person, and I will tell you, sir, that is the only thing, and I'm doing it continuously. I'm telling you, within 8 days, I got 12 lakhs of amounts, sir, from other parties also, from that party also, everything.
Wow.
Still I'm getting, sir. I'm on the way. Still I'm getting. I'm not telling it to stop. Like still I'm getting. Still I'm getting. Even today, every day, one of the amount is getting cleared, sir. I'm really very happy. I understood that I was not valuing my money actually. I was not having any goals.
Frequency now.
Yes, I'm really very happy,
All
sir.
right. Okay, how many of you are happy to see all those results? Awesome. So once again, congratulations to all of you who have joined Advanced Law of Attraction today. Thank you for your trust. I will do my best to give you 10 times value, not the value that you paid, but 10 times more value. And here is my promise to you. In the very first lesson of Advanced LOA, your money will be recovered. Everything after that will be bonus. And you will tell me that after you complete the lesson number 1, which is the golden ratio, when you will learn for the first time in your life how to calculate your frequency, how to change your frequency. There are people who've told me they were going through panic attacks and depression. Those problems were solved for people just with lesson number 1. Many, many results will happen in your life just with lesson number 1. And that is why I'm saying you will get 10 times more results, because remember how many lessons are there in Advanced LOA? 11. And I'm saying your money will be recovered in just the first lesson. The rest of the 10 lessons are going to be my gift to you, my bonus to you, so that I can make you feel that you have paid less, I have delivered more. I want to deliver more, so that you never feel bad about investing in our course. In fact, you feel proud that this was one of your best decisions ever. Okay? Thank you so much for attending today's session. Those of you who are not able to join, please don't feel bad. Keep this affirmation with you that I have already completed Advanced Law of Attraction course with Mitesh Khatri and Indu Khatri. Now, how it will happen after that, I have no idea. People have told me when they created this affirmation and said it every day in their DMP, they literally attracted that money from somewhere. In fact, I remember one person told me that he got Advanced LOA as a gift from his student. His student gifted to him Advanced Law of Attraction, and he didn't even know why that student gifted it to him. But he was saying this affirmation every day, that I have already completed my Advanced Law of Attraction course with Mitesh and Indu Khatri. So keep that affirmation with you. The universe will take care of the rest. With that, I will see you soon in the next session. Before I leave, is there anything that I have left out, Indu? If you can give me clarity on that, or anything that I've missed out on.
No, Mitesh. You've answered everything. For just international students, choose the international credit card option. That would be a better option. If you still face any challenge, you can definitely write on contact@miteshkhatri.com, and everything else is fine. And there's a lot of people. I'm sorry if I have missed few people welcoming, but
thank you so much, all of you, for joining. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to everyone.
And in case we have said anything or we've not welcomed you properly because we may have missed your name in the chat window, please don't feel bad. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I will see you soon in the next session. Bye, everyone. Those of you who are watching us from YouTube, please share this video with 3 of your friends. Subscribe to the channel right now and give it a quick thumbs up and hit the bell icon so that the next time we come YouTube live, you can see this. And the rest of you who've not joined, remember to keep your frequency up. so that you're able to be part of the advanced law of attraction in the future soon. Tatastu for that. Thank you very much. I love you all. Please say bye and I love you to everyone in the chat window, because I strongly believe that it's very, very important to vibrate at the frequency of love. So say bye and I love you to everyone in the chat window, whether you're attending in Zoom or in YouTube Live. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. I love you. And thank you for the opportunity.